I'm Liv, your chronically online host, and every day we talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, awkward moments, and all the things that spiral way faster than they should. Today, I dated like my grandma for 24 hours. Yes, there were handwritten notes. Yes, someone brought actual flowers. And yes, I almost got chaperoned by a sober friend who took her job suspiciously seriously. This escalated quickly. Here's the ridiculous promise. I would follow a set of grandma rules for one entire date. No texting, only spoken words or a handwritten note. Bring flowers, ask about the family, like real, not the Instagram version. And because my grandma would absolutely approve, there would be a chaperone, my sober friend on standby, ready to swoop in with the dignity of a PTA president. I did this because dating apps made me flinch, and because I wanted a social experiment that doubled as a roast. Also, honestly, partly for the content.
The prep was a whole thing. First, the outfit. I stood in my closet like I was choosing an outfit for a secret wedding. Too formal felt weird. Too casual felt like a breakup text. I landed on a dress that said, "I put in effort, but I won't smother you." Then the note. I practiced handwriting like it was a tiny thesis. No emojis, full sentences, maybe one tasteful flourish. "Dear Alex, would you like to join me for coffee Saturday at 3? Liv." It felt illegal. I folded the page so it looked like a tiny, polite ransom note.
Recruiting the chaperone was underrated theater. My friend Jenna agreed on moral principle and then immediately asked whether she should bring a tray of mints and a clipboard. I gave her 3 rules. Observe, not intervene unless I signal Red Cross, which I did not actually plan for, and absolutely no posting to social media. Jenna spent the morning rehearsing her stern face in the mirror and texting me a gif of a referee. I felt safer and also judged.
Arrival was where eras collided. I approached the cafe holding flowers like it was an audition for a rom-com. He opened the door like most humans do now, neutrally, with the emotional range of a houseplant. I handed over the note, and he read it out loud like it was a museum plaque. "Dear Alex." He looked confused but flattered, which I will accept as a win. Conversation started with a proper "how are you?" and not the modern "what's your sign?" in Spotify Wrapped. There were micro-awkward things. I paused to actually ask about his mother, and he gave me a 2-sentence answer that suggested his family might be an exhibit. He tried to flirt via meme references, and I attempted to reply with a comment about composting, both of us fundamentally misunderstanding each other's centuries. At one point, Jenna, my chaperone, gave me a subtle thumbs up from across the room, like we just unlocked a secret level. Then, the compliment. He said, "I like that you write notes." No emoji, no ambiguous heart, just a sentence. I nearly fainted from the dignity of it. Confession time, parts of this were actually lovely. Real manners are like a cheat code for reducing chaos. A person who waits to hear you out instead of sliding into passive-aggressive read receipts feels rare and fancy. I secretly enjoyed being given a full sentence instead of an ellipsis. I enjoyed not having my intentions decoded with a 17-step emoji chart. And I missed some tiny rules, the ones where people showed up, apologized in person, and decided to be decent human beings. That said, some vintage moves are catastrophically uncool. The chivalry that assumes I can't open my own car? No thanks. The flirting that feels like a job application? Pass. Hot take, the vintage moves that still win are the ones rooted in respect, showing up on time, active listening, remembering small details. The ones that fail are performative gestures that erase a person's agency, like insisting on paying so you control the narrative. Authentic manners are timeless. Performative theatrics are cringe. Speaking of cringe, the chaotic highlight, I tried to do a polite thing I learned from my grandma. I stood to pull out his chair and make a tiny grand moment bow. I didn't consider the chair's noble structural integrity. The chair gave a dramatic sigh and folded like a pop-up tent. He fell half into a potted plant. I fell forward trying to help. Our heads bumped gently, like 2 sleepy cartoon owls. Jenna thunderclapped from the corner and then faintly applauded. We both sat there, slightly dizzy, and then cracked up hard enough that a nearby dog judged us with a very smug tail wag.
It was mortifying and one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Recap and tiny lessons. 1. Manners that center respect are worth stealing from our grandparents' playbook. 2. Don't bring furniture into your romantic gestures unless you enjoy shared concussions. 3. Handwritten notes are dramatic and oddly effective. Final zinger. If you want to try this at home, maybe skip the chaperone, unless you have a friend who takes her chaperone diploma very, very seriously. If you laughed, snorted, or felt slightly better about your own questionable life choices, do me a favor, leave a review. Tell me your worst dated by grandma move, or any time a polite gesture detonated into comedy. It helps other humans find the show, and it gives me validation for my insane experiments. Stay chaotic.
How many of you wish dating was the way it was in the 60s? Let me know your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow with another experiment that probably breaks social norms and absolutely breaks nothing of value. Stay chaotic.